Good evening and hello, everyone. Welcome to On Angel Wings. We are here on Mondays to talk about angels and spirit and ascended masters and whatever else comes forth for us to learn from and to grow from. It's our opportunity to grow together and to discuss the spirituality that we're here. We're here to shine our light out into the world. My co-host is Christina Leftwich. Hi, Christina.
Hi, hello, everybody.
So good to have you back from vacation time, and I'm settled here in New York for the moment. So thank you for coming in tonight to teach us.
My pleasure.
And we have our family here. We have Christine Elizabeth.
Hi.
Jean Lorio.
Hello, everyone.
Our Auntie Jean. Cassandra, hello. And Grace Isis.
Hello.
So it's so good to be here with you. We're going to jump right into it. And I'm just going to turn it over to Christina, and she can share with you who we are talking about tonight.
Okay, so today's ascended master that we're going to be talking about is Saint Germain. Let me get this in the right. Here we go. Now that's better. Oh, it's loading. Is it? There we go. So Saint Germain, some of us may be familiar with Saint Germain. We've spoken about Saint Germain in the past, along with some of the archangels that help. But he is known as the master alchemist of the violet flame. Now, Germain translates to holy brother. And Saint Germain is considered to be the embodiment of the age of Aquarius and the New Age movement by many. Now, we'll talk a little bit about Saint Germain in his life, because I found this. I don't know why I have not heard his background a little bit. He was actually a person who lived here on Earth, and they don't even know for sure his exact birthday or birth location or even death. He's kind of a man of mystery, and yet he was everywhere in his time. So to best estimates say that he was born around 1710, and then his death was somewhere between 1781 and 1784, about in that time period. He was an expert linguist. He knew many languages, numerous languages, not just European languages, but other languages also, which was much less common at that time. I mean, other than Latin, there were a lot of Latin-speaking people. He was a social influencer, if I could use that word, what we would call now a social influencer. He was everywhere and everyone loved him. So he could go around in circles that were quite wealthy, or certainly even royalty, and then turn right around and go to the nearest peasants and provide them with healing. He did his own elixirs and remedies, and then he would go and administer to the poor. He was also quite the composer of music, actually all kinds of arts. He did poetry that he would recite in parties and things, because he, like I said, he was that social influencer. He was going to parties all over the place. He was going to royal courts. And so he would oftentimes tell stories. He was quite the storyteller and composer of music. And some called him an actual virtuoso when it came to playing the violin. Some say he was also a psychic, and a mystic, in that he was said he foretold Marie Antoinette of the coming French Revolution. He said there was a time that was brewing where democracy was going to take over and the royalty would no longer have the power that they had. Now, he died before the actual French Revolution took place, but many found this to be a prophecy on his part. But in addition to that, just as a general man, he was very much trying to bridge the gap between the wealthy and the royalty and the peasants and wanting them to have their freedom. And so he was an early champion, actually, oftentimes having conversations with people in power about how it was time to give people their freedom. So now we're going to move on. So that was his life. Now this is more of Saint Germain in a spiritual sense, and some of the things that he's known on a more spiritual level, and not just in his earthly time plane. What he, as an alchemist, okay, an alchemist, we have to think about what an alchemist is. They transform, transmute, change. They actually change things around them. And he is known to do exactly that. When he helps transform, he works with this violet flame that we see here. That violet flame is also known to be the highest on the color rays. It's known to be cleansing and purifying with all that it comes in contact with. And it is with this purple flame, with his mastery of it, that Saint Germain is able to take this energy and use it for cleansing, clearing, healing, protection. It really doesn't matter what it is that we need to have transformed or changed. It just is transformed and changed for the better. Sometimes it's just even a matter of a shift of energy. So if you sometimes will feel a shift in the way that you start thinking about things, that could be Saint Germain working as an ascended master with you, or perhaps even others if you're a healer who uses ascended masters in your work. Spiritual connections. Now, this is quite, I can't stress enough to you how much information is out there on this subject, and it varies widely. And so all I have to say about this is I've just taken a couple of examples of things that I found. But I encourage you, this is not an extensive list. This is not even an affirmation that I think that you should think the way that I do with the things that I'm presenting, because really this was an endless amount of information that's out there. And I just urge you, if you want to know more, and if you're urged to learn more, then please do. But Mount Shasta here, I'm sure that Teri could probably recognize this picture up here of Mount Shasta. People believe that this is one of his retreats that he would be found at. And the reason why this is, there was a man, Guy Ballard. He claimed he met him on Mount Shasta, which is located in California, in August of 1930s. And this is where he had the Saint Germain series dictated to him, and he wrote it all down. And that is something that if you are drawn to, it's out there to investigate. But he wrote a series that is called the Saint Germain series. Also, Elizabeth Clare Prophet, who was an early member of the I Am movement of her time, she had encountered Saint Germain and went on to later found the Summit Lighthouse. Now, that was in 1957 that she had this revelation and a discussion with Saint Germain. And by 1958, not only was the Summit Lighthouse created, but she also started a Saint Germain centered church called the Church of the Universal and Triumphant. So definitely movement there as far as spiritual connections. Edgar Casey is another one that has numerous information that he has written down and shared with his encounters with Saint Germain. Like I said, the list just goes on and on. Those are just three that I plucked out that seem to be a lot of information out there. Some crystals and symbols you could work while working with this ascended master. Of course, let's go back here. Of course, the amethyst, go figure, the amethyst flame and the violet flame. This could be purple fluorite. It could be rainbow aura crystal as well. Another thing you could either look for or maybe even smell, this is sometimes an aroma that you might notice when you're working with Saint Germain, is the violet. So, or you may see violets in a dream. If you're looking to contact, just look for that kind of stuff. Also, he is associated with the Maltese cross. So that may be another symbol that may or may not show up for you. And also keep in mind your own symbols. That what means purity and purifying to you. That may show up because, again, it may be trying to present to you in a way that you can understand better. So look out for your own symbols. And here is just a picture of the violet flame, or an example. Yours doesn't have to look like this. But I just wanted to leave it off as we go into meditation with Teri, with just a little visual here to kind of get us into the mood. So we'll stop that share. And take it away, Teri, because this is going to be just a scrumptious meditation.
Thank you so much, Christina, and welcome to Luz, who joined us. And wow, what a great presentation. Thank you for that introduction to Saint Germain. Saint Germain is one of my favorite ascended masters. I just love the energy of the violet flame. I do this meditation that I'm going to lead us in. I do it a lot. And it's one of my favorites to connect in with Saint Germain. We are going to go to his retreat. And so I want you all to just pay attention. If you saw that violet flame, I want you to keep that in your thoughts, in your memory, that that's what you're going to be seeing during this meditation. Now, I don't remember if you brought up Lady Portia at all, Christina. I don't think so. Oh, okay. Lady Portia works very closely with Saint Germain, and she's another ascended master. So she will come into the meditation, and when she comes in, I see her as a softer energy. It's still that purple essence of the violet flame, but it's a much softer, almost on the point of the pink that comes in with the violet. So as you're envisioning her coming in the meditation, just see how she comes to you. She may come to you more of a deeper purple. Hi, Aunt Mary Lou. Oh, thank you for coming in and being with us. You're just in time for the meditation. And online we have Andrea, and she said that was so interesting. I know, right? I love learning more about these beings that are here to help us. That's what they do. They're here to help us through our journeys. And the violet flame is a healing energy. When Christina was talking about alchemy, and Saint Germain is the one that comes to my mind every time I hear those words, alchemy or the alchemist. It's all about the transformation. It really is all about releasing energy that's not helping us, that's more stagnant energy, and allowing that change inside of us. That's what the transformation is all about. So as we get ready to go into this meditation, I'm going to put some soft music on because I think that helps us to focus on where we're going in the meditation. And if you feel yourself drifting into that music and you just tune me out, that's okay too, because I've asked Saint Germain to guide all of this. So if he's guiding you into a place in his retreat center, then that's great. Just go there, just follow him in there. So let me put the music on and make sure that you can hear me and the music. I'm just going to ask if it can be heard. You hear me above the music that's playing. I don't think it's going to get much louder than that. Just a bit so I don't have to yell. All right, so let's go into our breath. We connect in with that breath, and that's part of the alchemy process, actually. We go from that state of conscious awareness where we see and feel and hear everything around us. We go into our heart where we're just transformed into a beautiful place. Still may be a little bit too loud. All right, so let's go into that heart center, breathing in deeply and filling your lungs completely. And set your intention to be filled with loving energy. As you do so, I'm going to call on Saint Germain and Lady Portia to join us in this meditation. I'm going to call on our beautiful archangels to come in, to guide, to surround us with healing energy from Raphael, with protection from Archangel Michael, with clarity from Archangel Gabriel, and helping us to ground is Archangel Uriel. So with your next breath in, feel all of those energies and allow yourself to just really flow into your heart center. Now just acknowledging this divine presence, just hear these words. In the name of the I am that I am, from the Lord God of my being, I ask now that every cell, every atom, and every electron of my four-body system, my emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual bodies, and all my subtle bodies, every particle of life of who I am, in all dimensions and states of consciousness, be totally filled with the wonders and the miracles of the violet flame of freedom's love. I now ask to be filled again and again, 24 hours each day of my life with this energy. And so it is. Breathe it in. And feel that violet flame. Feel the energies merging with you as you set your intention and you ask your higher self to come on a journey. Go with us to this majestic violet flame temple in Telos. Traveling in your light body, we're going to invite Archangel Metatron to come in and help us to go with our light bodies to visit this etheric retreat of Saint Germain. And here you have the opportunity to assess this temple anytime you wish. Anytime that you feel that desire to connect through the violet flame, connect with Saint Germain, Lady Portia, just remember that the violet flame never goes out. It's always available. You can come there at any time and feel that flame burning, and feel the energy of it coming through you, because it's always nourished, always lit, always there as a symbol of what is offered through the alchemy of Saint Germain. It blesses all of mankind. There's nobody excluded from experiencing the violet flame. And the Master Saint Germain spends much of his energy here in Telos, really bringing in the alchemy for the whole planet to change and transmute any energy that's not serving us, anything that needs to be lifted up and burnt off. That flame burns it immediately. And it's not a hot fire. It actually feels kind of cool when you bring that flame into you. It's different than a burning fire. It's energy. So feel that energy. Feel Lady Portia as she's helping you to step out of this Merkaba that Metatron had placed us all in, so that we could go immediately to this retreat and we can all be there together. Just spend your time right now feeling into the energy of the violet flame. Spend your time seeing what's there. Maybe you're seeing a purple crystal, the amethyst or other types of purple and pink crystals. And look around at the angels who are gathered here, the angels who are guiding you to recharge with this energy. Allow your breath to take in this energy as much as possible. Let it flow through your body and know that it's there now. You can bring it in at any time you want to. Once you experience this violet flame, you understand it more, you connect with it more. So breathe in that flame and see yourself standing in a large circular room with high ceilings. The violet flame is present everywhere. Notice the pure violet amethyst walls and the smooth amethyst crystal floor beneath your feet. See an amazing number of violet toned lights all around the circular room. They create a mystical, starry vision. There's dozens of fountains in all sizes and shapes, and they're all shining in this beautiful hue of purple and violet rays. Watch as the water fairies are playing and other elementals that are helping you play in this energy. It's a light energy, so just allow yourself to have fun with it. Allow yourself to be guided by these fairies. They're having fun and they want you to play with them and to feel the joy in your heart from experiencing them. Look at the flowers that are there. Remember the picture that Christina showed us of the beautiful violet flowers? And maybe you smell that, the essence of the violet flower. Notice in this room that there are several chairs, and you can choose the one that you're drawn to. Which one feels the most comfortable to you? These chairs are made of pure violet crystal with a flame of violet underneath each one, rising up to unfold you, entering and infusing every part of your body through the lower chakras. At the same time, there's another violet flame that's coming down from above. So you have a soft glow underneath your chair, and you have a soft glow coming from above. And just allow both. Allow the connection underneath your feet to connect in with Archangel Uriel and the grounding energy of Mother Earth, and allow that violet flame up above you to come through your crown bringing in the energy of the divine straight from source as it comes through your crown, and see these two flames meeting up right in the center of your heart. Breathe that in, knowing that you're immersed in this violet flame essence as you never have been before. This is a brand new experience of really allowing it to come all through you and to help you understand it better and to connect with it. And watch as anything comes forward for it to be transmuted, for you to pay attention to. See if there's something that's just really crying out to be released, for that violet flame to take it and to change it, for that alchemy to happen immediately. Whatever is in you that needs healing, just allow. Now continue to breathe in the energy. Continue to allow Master Saint Germain and Lady Portia, along with Kuan Yin, to bring in mercy and compassion. Let them imprint your auric field with this flame of compassion. There may be some things that have attached to your aura that you can just let that flame burn away. Things that you don't need to hold on to. Things that maybe you've been paying attention to and focusing on that's not for your best and highest good. Allow that energy to change anything that you want to let go of, that you want to release. Open your heart. Allow all of your cells to bring in this compassion and this love for yourself and the love for others. And now, as you're sitting there in that comfortable chair of amethyst, pay attention to see what change is happening. Feel that change. Be assured that the change is happening, and allow the alchemy to take place on every level. Remember that they're working on all four of your bodies: your mental, your spiritual, your emotional, and your physical. All of these are being affected by this violet flame. So set your intention now that whatever was there as you entered this room and sat down is completely healed. Just give it over, trust, believe, and receive the healing power of this violet flame. You can invoke this flame to assist you with healing at any time. But right now, while you're immersed in it, feel any heaviness lifting from you. Feel the flame dissolving any of that energy that you don't need. And feel your body becoming so light, it feels like you're going to float off of that chair. Now, feel the joy that fills your heart when you have released all of those things that were holding you back, all of that 3D heaviness. You just allowed the lightness to come in. You've allowed beauty. You've allowed love. And the power of self-love and self-care is what will lift you and lift your vibration. Don't feel like you have to rush through it. Breathe into it. Just breathe as you pay attention to what's changing. Breathe right into that chakra. If there's something opening in your throat, allow that. Allow anything holding you back from saying what you want to say, from speaking authentically. Allow that to come forward. If there are barriers to love, if you're holding on to hurt, you're holding on to pain, and past energies. Allow the flame to tear down all those barriers, remove all those obstacles. And maybe there's some heaviness in the solar plexus area. Maybe there's a feeling of unworthiness, of not being deserving of living a joyful life, of playing with these fairies, playing with this energy that's so light and so beautiful. Allow the violet flame to change that, to help you see and acknowledge your worthiness. You are worthy. You are enough. And Saint Germain, Lady Portia, and Kuan Yin are right there helping you to feel that worthiness. Feel it now. Touch your solar plexus area and just say, I am worthy. I accept this energy change. I accept this violet flame that's helping me to transmute whatever I don't need and helping me to recognize my true, authentic self. Just breathe in again. Breathe into your heart, breathe into your solar plexus, and see that violet flame that connected in your heart from up above and from down below. And let's just give gratitude, being very grateful to Kuan Yin, the goddess of mercy and compassion, being grateful to Lady Portia and to our Master Saint Germain, to all the angels and the spirit guides that were here helping out. And as you breathe in that gratitude, breathe it back out, sending it out over our Earth planet, allowing it to go forth as love, being grateful for our Earth Mother for holding us here, nurturing us, helping us to see our worth and our beauty. Now see yourself getting back into that Merkaba. Climb back in, all of us together. We all fit. It's not crowded at all, but we feel each other's energy. And we feel the love that we have just experienced. And we just give each other a little hug. Just say thank you for being with me on this journey. Thank you for coming along, that we can learn and grow together. We can share these moments together of love. And we can all reach out at any time to each other and reach out to these beautiful energies. Saint Germain, Lady Portia, Kuan Yin. We can invite them to take us back to that place. At any moment, we can be immediately transported back to Telos, back to that place in our mind where we know the power of the violet flame. When you come back, maybe it's on your own time, your own meditation, just stay there and release as much as you want to release. Let go of anything you want to let go of. And the door is now open. You can step out of that Merkaba. You can come back to where you are right here, right now in this room, where we're gathered together, all in one accord, all with the same vision and the same mission to shine our light brighter in this world, to make a difference in the world, to be all that we came here to be, and to acknowledge each other as love and light. So take a moment now to come back to the room and look around and see those who have joined us and those who went on this beautiful adventure with each other. I want to thank Christina for the beautiful presentation, for getting us into the energy of Saint Germain and helping us to understand what was going to take place in the meditation, that violet flame and all of the energy that Saint Germain brings in. Thank you, Christina. It was wonderful. And all of you that are here on Zoom, we are going to go off the air and we can just share together whatever you have had in meditation time or any more questions you might have about these beautiful beings of love and light. And those who have joined us online, thank you for being here. And anytime that you want to jump in the Zoom, come on in. We'd love to have your discussion along with ours. Thank you for being here. We're going to leave everybody right now that's online with Namaste.
Namaste, y'all.
y'all. Come back next Monday. We'll have another teaching and some wonderful time together. Bye, everybody.